Hi, this is Gene Arnold, and I'm going to show you a quick little demonstration of um, Spotfire connecting to Mongo via a bunch of things, using Active Directory services, using info links, using um, a tool called SlamData, all kinds of cool stuff. So let's start in here. Bring over terminal real quick. Um, what I want to show you here is we've got Mongo running. Okay, and what does it show? I think it's pieces, right? Something like that. There we go. Here are the databases that we have in here. We're going to use demo one. If we do show collections, all right, this is the one we're messing with right here. It's called zip codes. So if we do db.zipcodes.find, and then we'll do pretty. All right, what you're looking at is, some data. Okay, well, don't mean to get you dizzy. What's interesting is, remember, everything's a different little document here inside of Mongo. And within this document, we also have a small array, all right, where we're showing the location, where it's not location, it's not latitude and then another field called longitude, it's location with latitude and longitude both in here. Okay, I'm going to need to break that out. Okay, so anyway, that's Mongo. Got it running, and via the Mongo client, you can see that that is the data that we will want to be playing with. Okay, so that is the first part of the whole dealio. How are we going to get to that data? All right, let me show you. There is a tool that I have been using called SlamData. Now, technically, what you're viewing here is a UI that SlamData offers that allows you to connect to a Mongo database, write queries to dig into the data, take a look at it, and then evaluate it, which is cool. But more importantly, this UI is being built and running off of their Slam engine. And the engine is really what we're using behind the scenes to make all this goodness happen that I'm going to show you. So, but in order to create my queries and see how to do things, I'm using their UI. So notice how I wrote a really simple little query here, nothing special. And by using the query and the Slam engine, which they have another name for that I forgot off the top of my head, so let's just call it the Slam engine. Let's dig it into that Mongo data, and notice how I'm able to also parse out that little array. I took the first and the second items and gave them names. So what I want to do here real quick is I'm just going to go and just move this to this. Come on, my mouse is acting up. Move it to the side over here for a second. When I bring this terminal back up, and the reason why I'm doing that is just to show you something here real quick. Let's make it fit on the screen. That's good enough. So watch what happens when I click on the play button over here. See, it is boom, 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 it's working, and it is talking to the Mongo server to bring back the data that, well, was already there already, but nonetheless, I wanted to show you that this interface is talking to my Mongo engine. So what does this do for us? Well, what it does is it gives us a method of getting to the Mongo data and not having to know how to write Mongo queries. Now, for some people, writing Mongo queries is cool. For some people, it's challenging. Regardless, it's not a debate on what's right or what's wrong. What it's allowing is an option, and that's what's important. So here's the query that I used to make this happen. Now, the reason why I'm using this their demo Slam UI tools, it actually starts and runs up a server that I can speak to via REST. So lo and behold, I have my REST client here. Let's go and put this aside. That proved its point. I have a REST client speaking to the Mongo, or speaking to the Slam server, passing in the query to the REST call. Now watch what happens. Well, I should have left it on the screen. Just trust me that the Mongo engine is just the Mongo engine had just moved and shown that it's being queried, and I'm getting back data here on the screen that's going to look like this. Okay, but what's neat is that it's not like this anymore. It's actually been transformed and changed. I added, I split the location field in half. I renamed the items. Okay, and I brought back what I wanted to bring back. More importantly, don't consider this a transformation tool. I'm just showing you what happened. Don't get this confused with the transformation tool. It's not a transformation tool. It's a query mechanism against Mongo. And when you query the data back from Mongo, well, I did have the ability to bring back the data the way I wanted to. So we have an endpoint, right? We have a REST endpoint that brings back data. Sweet. So what did we do next? The next thing we did is we opened up our Spotfire demo drive, and we opened up, what did we open up? Composite Studio. Forgive me, I'm still learning a couple of these things over here. Admin. And we built, by clicking on a lot of buttons, because I didn't know which one to pick right away, a test, right? Here's my Slam example. There's my data source connecting to, guess what? My Slam server. Okay? And there's that query. All right. We did create an XML transformation document here. So my data would come back the way I wanted. We did create a view against that transformation document. We did go and create a database. We created demo. We created a whole bunch of things. But what we did was we were able to go and actually, now I'm actually going and I'm speaking to Slam, which is speaking to Mongo, which is bringing back data from Mongo as a table. Ta-da! Okay, pretty cool. So now we've got this whole little bugger working, and we created a ADS access point to our data. So let's close this down. Next thing we did was we went into this button. Let's give that button a try. We opened up Spotfire. When we opened up Spotfire, we went into the tools, information designer. Via the information designer, we went and created a connection to the, no, I made this one. The advanced data services, I made a little connection over here. I found my data. Okay, I took that and I created an information link against that right here. Cool, right? So there's my information link. So now I can say, hey, let's go and do something here. Let's go and open up some data. Okay, open it up from the library. There's my zip code. And doing a little thinking, doing a little bit of pulling data back. And look at this. Now my data is now back into the system. So I can click my latitude and longitude via my recommendations engine over here. There's that. I can color it by state, which is pretty cool looking. Let's add this because we like that. Right, neat. Okay, let's go and get rid of all these things and add another one called state. Okay, so we've got how many zip codes are in each state. That's a nice thing to have. We'll use the tree map because that's cool. Okay, and there we go, right? And I am now talking to Mongo from Spotfire, right? We could say, hey, let's go and create a detailed visualization. We'll put our little table down here. So now I can click on the state, marks it off, and well, you folks know how to use Spotfire. So pretty neat, right? I'm talking to Mongo via, what am I doing? Via an information link that's connected to ADS, which is talking to Slam, which is going to Mongo, right? Okay. Now, right, for the little icing on the cake, let's not forget about my Jaspersoft buddies. Let's take that same information link and access it from Jaspersoft, right? How cool is that? So now if we go over here and take a look at my connection for this little report, it's using my information link I just created back to the data. There is all my Mongo data. I added the fields to the report, click on preview, and now I'm bringing back that same data in a Jasper report from my information link that was connected to my Active Directory server. Oh, no, my Active Directory server, my ADS server, Active Directory, sorry about that. My ADS server, which was connected to Slam, which is connected to Mongo. All right, anyway, pretty neat, was fun, learned a lot of stuff, found a lot of buttons to click. Hope you liked the quick little demo over there and you find it useful.